Hey guys, what's going on? It's Nader here, and I'm bringing you another Madden Mobile video. And in today's video, I wanted to sort of do a prediction on potential budget beasts that could be found in Madden Mobile 18, which would help your team out greatly in the beginning of the season. And so in today's video, I want to focus on the offensive side of things, and in the next video, I'll do the defense. And so starting off, I wanted to focus on the quarterback position, which is probably the most important position in the entire team, let alone the offense. And so for a gold range, not too bad. He'll probably be worth around 4 to 7K. Is Marcus Mariota. Now I don't see him going over to an elite, but at the most I can see him going to a low 80s overall card for next year. And so if you just look at his stats, he has 85 speed, which was higher than Cam Newton's base card. And if you just go over his throwing stats, 83 throwing power, his accuracy is not the greatest, but in the beginning of the game, there's not many good teams will be around. So I was using him in the beginning of the year, and I had a lot of success with him. And since scrambling was introduced, it went really well. I really enjoyed using this card, and I used it for a couple of months actually. So he's a great card to use. And so for a lower rated card, I went with Patrick Mahomes. Now obviously he's a rookie, so he doesn't have a card other than the 98 promo card that he had this year. But if you just look at his stats, obviously these won't be the same stats as his base card. But he has 88 speed. If you look over his throwing power, he has a really good throwing power, 94. His throw accuracy is not too bad. I think he'll be around a low 70, so he'll be a silver for sure. And he'll be a pretty good card, and he's tall. He's got all the good stats. I think he'll be a good card, and I think he'll have a good year. And so going over to the halfback position, a card that I think might even be elite in this game, in the next year's game, is Devontae Freeman. Now I've been using him since he was a rookie. Madden 16, I used the Ghosts, the featured Ghosts, I think it was called. And he was a really great card. Like, he had really good agility. He was just breaking tackles on his own. And so if you just look at his base card this year, he had 89 speed, 91 agility, 88 excel, and his catching's not the greatest, but I think that because he's had a pretty good year this year, and obviously the Falcons made it to the Super Bowl, and he was a pretty essential part in that, I think he'll have a 85 plus card. I don't know if he might, because you got guys like Ezekiel Elliott and David Johnson, who also might be elites. So there's a chance he might not even be elite. So even if he is or he isn't, he's still a pretty good card to pick up. Now going on to sort of I think would be a gold halfback, is also another Falcons player. It's Tevin Coleman. Now for a silver card, he had 90 speed, 80 agility, 87 excel. Catching not the greatest, and if you look at his chucking, it's 82, which is amazing. 84 spin move. He doesn't have the best carrying and the best ball carrier vision, but I think that if he gets an increase in his overall this year, he'll have much better stats. I don't see him going over 90 speed if EA continues to do the low speed, to put low speed on the cards. But even then, I think he'll be a great card, and halfbacks are really an essential part of the game. So I think, especially if since this year they had the rushing mini game, which is really important and got you that +1 speed Matt Forte. I think Tevin Coleman will do the job. So we're going over to wide receivers. Now here's a gold card that I think he might not improve his overall. I think they might keep it at 81. John Brown. If you look at his speed, it's a 90 speed, 86 catch, 85 awareness. If you just look at the stats, it's in the 80s. Pretty much every important stats in the 80s. And he's 5'11", so he's not really a short. He's not really a short wide receiver. What EA tends to do with short wide receivers is they give them really good stats, but as you can see here, he has really good balanced stats and a pretty good height. So I think if you put him at wide receiver number 1 or number 2, it'll be really good for you. And it's now going over to a guy who I think is perfect for the slot. It's Brandon Cooks. Now he has 91 speed, 91 agility, 87 excel, and 84 catch. And I think this year he'll get an improvement in his card. I think he'll be in the 80s. He might not be elite, but he's on the Patriots, so I don't know if EA will tend to give him love because Tom Brady's on the cover, but we'll see how it goes. I think he's a great card. I've been using him since Madden Mobile 16. He had a good, I think it was an MVP card. I don't know if they still call it MVP in Madden Mobile 16. Can't remember. But he's definitely a good pickup for your slot. Whoops. Going over to another wide receiver. I think you could use him in the slot. I used him in the slot this year was Kevin White. Now you can see his speed, 89, 85 agility, 88 excel, really good stats. And he was a 75 overall, and I think he was really underrated because I had used him for a couple of months, and he was just like he got every jump ball. He was really clutch for me. I think, I don't know. He had a cornerback card too, which is really weird. I don't know if he'll improve his overall. I think he'll probably stay the same. He had a better year than compared to last year, so who knows. Moving over to a guy who I think might be potentially a really good card is John Ross. Now I think I'm predicting he'll be at a gold card, like really low 74, 75, because he was the 9th pick. And obviously these stats won't reflect how his base card would look for sure, but he'll have really good speed. His catch will be really good. I think he'll be, and he's not too small. He's 5'11". He's not the tallest, but he's not like 5'9" or something anything. So I think he'll be really underrated. I've used his this card right here, and it's amazing. Like 99 base speed. That's great. And so moving on to another underrated silver. I think Rashad Perryman. I don't know if he'll increase in overall, but he was like, if you look at his card this year, he had 92 speed, which is just amazing. Like the 74 catch is a weakness, but I think for a silver that's really good. And he's 6'2", so he can just. Let me just check his jumping. His jumping. Damn, I can't see his jumping. Never mind. I guess I'm blind. I cannot see his jumping. Oh, it's 82. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so it's not a bad card. I used it for a little while and it was pretty good, but I made an upgrade later on. But for sure, another good card. Moving on to the tight end position, I think that Ladarius Green is probably the best tight end, best gold tight end in the game, and I don't see him going over to elite. He might increase to an 80, 81, 82 at the most. But if you look at it, he's 6'6", he has 87 speed, 80 catch. He's just amazing. Like all his cards are great. EA tends to beef up his stats, and he's really essential. I think like tight ends are really important in this game, and Ladarius Green is great. And so I got one more potential silver card. It's David Njoku. He was a late first round pick from the Browns, and if you just look, he's 6'4", and again stats aren't accurate. 93 speed, 92 catch. He's just an amazing card, and I think he'll do really well on the Browns this year, and he could be potentially a good tight end. And so with that, I just wanted to end it off. I didn't do the offensive line just because I think all offensive line players play similar. So just if you wanted to look for stats, obviously look for speed, impact block, acceleration, pass block, and run block. They seem to be the same no matter. They don't make too much of a difference. And also, so for a fullback, if you wanted a fullback, look for obviously block. If you wanted a catching fullback, you can look for catch, speed, excel, and all those other things. But just wanted to end it off there. I'll upload the defensive side of things soon. And if you guys want to show this video some love, for sure, please leave a like, subscribe, comment. It means a lot to me. It means that you love these videos, and it means that I really helped you guys out, and that's what I wanted to do. So thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.